in April of this year, a 15-year-old by the name of Jordan Edwards was at a house party with friends. Now, cops were called to that house party, and he and his friends decided to get into the car and drive away so they don't get into any trouble, I'm guessing. And while they were driving away, a cop by the name of Roy D. Oliver II decided to open fire into that vehicle, which led to the shooting death of 15-year-old Jordan Edwards. Now, when Oliver released a statement in regard to what happened that night, he claimed that the car was driving in his direction, which put him in imminent harm. However, surveillance indicated that that is not what happened. The car was driving away from him when he decided to open fire. Now, here is the interesting update to this story, and it is a unique update because we don't hear this happen often. The former police officer in this Dallas suburb was indicted by a grand jury on a murder charge for fatally shooting an unarmed black high school freshman in April with a high-powered rifle as the teenager and 4 others drove away from a house party. He's also indicted on 4 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon by a public servant. And if you think those charges are in connection to what happened to Jordan Edwards, you would be wrong. That actually has to do with a separate incident where he was off duty in plain clothes and happened to get into a car accident and allegedly threatened the person that he got into an accident with his weapon. So he's facing charges for that as well. Now, if convicted of murder, Mr. Oliver, who's 37 years old, could face a prison term of 5 to 99 years or life, the same range as the aggravated assault charges.
5 to 99 years. It's a small window.
I know, it's really weird how there's that huge disparity there.
I don't know what it's like there. I know in California, it's like they do it in tiers. So they'll be like, the judge will make a recommendation to say like this is the lower tier, middle tier, and higher tier of sentencing. But I mean, come on, it was my reaction. This guy, we monitor so much in this country. We monitor the behavior of people online, things get flagged, you get put on lists. This guy allegedly got in an accident and pulled out his gun on someone before this happened, while he was off duty.
That's right.
That's a red flag.
You know, it's interesting because I think about the double standard that every single person who's not a cop has to deal with, and I think it's a double standard that makes sense. So for instance,
strike one.
Jake and I are close, right? And I feel like I can argue with him and I can say whatever I need to say and I don't have to worry about retaliation. However, if news broke that I pulled out a gun on someone that I had gotten into an accident with, pretty sure Jake would really consider or reconsider my position here at TYT, right? Because it doesn't seem like I have, I'm in the right mental state to do my job. But for some reason with cops, it's like, oh, pulled a gun? I mean, did she piss you off though?
Yeah.
It's absurd. These are people who are given the title of protecting and serving, and you don't protect and serve by losing your temper at the scene of an accident and threatening someone's life with a gun, allegedly.
Yeah, and I mean, guy was in Iraq. I don't know what's happening, if he had some kind of traumatic event while he was there. Let's figure it out and then communicate what we figured out to all of us. So I can then see stories like this and they say, this off-duty police officer is undergoing counseling, or I don't see something like this. Or when I see if I see a story that says, was it an accident, pulled a gun on someone, then that person was put into counseling, taken off the beat, fired from his job. Isn't allowed to just like have a gun because he seems to pull it on people when he gets in an accident with them. Stop it there at worst. Don't let it keep going. Don't let the instinct be, well, he's one of us. You got a gun, it's different for him. I don't want this third time because the third time's a harm.
Right.
Third time's when he pulls a gun, not just any gun, an AR-15, and just starts shooting
at a car that's driving away from him
with perceived impunity.
It's crazy.
I don't like it, and it's tough. Let's figure it out. I'm not saying he's evil. Maybe he went through some stuff. But let's at least just figure it out.
Support independent media. Come join us at the Young Turks. TYTnetwork.com/join.